So if you're anything like me, 2024 was the year when you finally decided to lock in. And looking back, you probably regret doing quite a few things, like I do. I regret not taking some actions that is fitness related, not fitness, business related. And most people would, let guilt eat them alive, if that makes sense. But I tend to view it this way. Every single failure that you had in 2024 and every single win that you had in 2024, you should take those as wins. Because in my books, a loss is never a loss. And if you have that mindset, then you become practically unstoppable. Every single time that you lose, you can either, beat yourself up and say that, oh, poor me, my life is miserable. Or what you can do is fucking sit there, analyze what happened, and extrapolate the lessons from it. Now, I hope that the wind is not interrupting the noise. The wind is 40 kilometers per hour, and yeah. So back to my point. What is happening to my camera? 2024 was the year when I locked in. I started my business actually in 2023 September, but when I decided to go all in on my business was 2024. And this year was the best and most productive year of my life. I learned the most skills, I educated myself the most, and I have achieved probably the biggest and most substantial things that I have achieved throughout my whole life. I hit 10K a month. I dropped out of high school. I scaled my business to multiple 5 figures a month. And then, on Christmas Eve, I retired my mother. Pretty substantial year. And I got there by analyzing the lessons that I learned throughout the year. And towards the end of the year, what I did is I bought... Wait, something is happening to my camera. 1 second, guys. I hope it's good now. Towards the end of the year, what I did is I bought this camera. And I used it to do a couple of things. First one being to share the lessons that I learned with you. Second, to memorize those lessons myself better, because if you speak about it, if you teach someone something, you learn it yourself better. So if you're wondering and curious what were the most important lessons that I learned throughout the whole year, feel free to go and check out my content. I filmed quite a few videos, and I'm never gonna stop doing so. I mean, I'm incredibly passionate about filming these videos, and these videos are actually keeping me sane, I would say. Not only do I get to speak my mind out, but I use these videos like a journal. I talk about my emotions, about the lessons that I'm learning, the things that I'm facing in life. And yeah. So what I really want you to do is sit with me here for a second and just think. What were the most impactful lessons that you learned in 2024? For me, probably it was the fact that if you have persistence, if you have grit, if you find something and stick to it and don't give up, that everything will come out the way you want it. Like, if there's one thing that I realized throughout this whole year, it's the fact that time solves every single issue. I know I sound like an old person, but truly, if you give something enough time, it'll all be good, dude. People say that it is impossible to make it big with business. It is impossible to, I don't know, make profit with crypto. It is. Just have enough patience have enough persistence, and don't give up. For example, you might have bought Bitcoin in, I don't know, 2023 when it was at an all-time high. Then 2024 came around, it fucking dropped to $30,000, and you could have said, crypto doesn't work. No, but if you had more patience and you waited another year, holy shit, you would have sold your Bitcoin at a fucking $105,000. It's all about patience, time, and persistence. That was probably the main takeaway that I took from this year. It is to have grit and just don't stop. The same went for my business. There were many times when I was opposed with and faced with struggles, hurdles, and problems, and I wanted to give up. All of the odds were against me. But here's the thing. I didn't give up. I kept on pushing. And it wasn't easy, of course, no. Nothing worthwhile is easy. That's another lesson that I learned this year, but if you just keep on pushing, you will achieve pretty much everything. So yeah, what I really wanted you to do is literally think. I don't know what you're doing right now. Maybe you're doing cardio, maybe you're fucking. I don't know. Just take a second to sit there and think with me. What was the most impactful lesson that you learned in 2024? I'll give you some time. Holy fuck, this man. Holy shit. Yeah, I hope you came up with something. And dude, don't let hold of that. One thing that I've noticed is people tend to learn things, but they forget about them. They procrastinate. For example, people read a book, they say, oh, I learned this. But then, a couple of days later, they cannot fucking memorize it. So did you learn it or did you think about it? No, learn it. Actually, if there was a valuable lesson that you learned in 2024, please don't get rid of it. You don't want to set yourself back. You want to move yourself forward. On the fucking checkers board, you don't want to go behind. You want to go forward. You want to fucking kill your enemies. So, do the same in life. Don't set yourself back by learning a lesson and forgetting about it. No, make sure you fucking nail it into your head. Like tattoo it into your brain. So here, I don't know if 2024 was a successful year in your minds, if it was a shit year in your mind, whichever may be, please take lessons from it. That's the best thing that you can do. Extrapolate knowledge from it. Extrapolate lessons and make sure that the bad things don't happen and make sure that the good things happen again. Learn from your mistakes, and that's about it. I hope this video was valuable, and I hope I made you think. I don't know what's happening with the fucking light on this camera, but whatever. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I hope that 2025 is gonna be an amazing year. I know that it's a bit late, it's fucking January 4th, but whatever. I'm that guy. You have a beautiful day.